Okay. Because you were talking about this twang accent.
Yeah, the twang, the southern.
And you,
Yep.
yes, and you said that this pronunciation, as you wrote down now, is just a shortened version of this twang. For example, town, right?
Yeah.
Town.
Downtown.
So in this twang, I hear this O sound at the end.
You hear
rather
more
than
O?
Yes, in this twang.
Downtown. Downtown.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now I want y'all to be, yeah, that southern style now. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. I think with the southern accent, there's more of an O at the end. But remember,
Okay.
when you do the southern accent, it's not just that word. How y'all doing? Now, I want y'all to come downtown.
Yes, I know. I'm just, curious.
Yeah, it's a good point. And I think you're right. I think with the southern twang, and I'll write that down for people. With the southern twang, this is more common. It's very long. Now.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Do you know anybody with the southern twang, Andre?
No, I just recognize it, but I, can't repeat after that.
Oh, you can try.
Yes, I can try only these sounds because I was wondering about that, and I tried to figure out how it works, and I came to the conclusion that there are as if there are three sounds. Town. So for me, it's it's blend of almost three sounds.
Yeah, town. I agree. Ow. Yeah, it's like an owl.
Maybe your cat would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Meow.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane,
Yes, sir.
does twang sound a little bit offensive, or twang, I mean?
Twang, not necessarily. However, it could have a kind of a negative meaning because we have an image of people down south who talk like this probably have less intelligence than other people. So it might sound a little unintelligent, but I don't think it's offensive. I don't think it's offensive.
But in Russia, this analog of this word mostly sounds offensively.
It sounds offensive, yeah. I suppose it could, but if you said this to a person from the South, I love your southern twang, I think they wouldn't mind. But if you said, I can't understand your southern twang, then I think they would be offended. So this one, I think if you're speaking to a southern person, this would be okay. And this one, if you're speaking to a southern person, this would be probably a bit more offensive. Because you have to be careful when you talk about somebody and their area. It doesn't matter, Wisconsin country, Russian Siberia. I think you have to be careful because people tend to have, they tend to be sensitive to their geography, to their area. So if you say something negative, it's not nice. If you say something positive, they like it. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. This area, I mean South states, seems to be, in my opinion, too much offensive. You can say some words, N words, for example, and
Yeah.
You should choose proper words when we're speaking with 1,000 people. It seems to be not, to me, it's not properly at all. But in the same time, you can say anything you want to people from Wisconsin, for example.
It really is different, Andre, and the way people, even where I live right now, the way people speak is different than the way people speak in Wisconsin. It's kind of a Southern style, and what I mean is everybody is very polite, but it doesn't really feel like a genuine politeness. And that's probably because I'm in the city. When you live in the country, if people are polite, it's genuine. It's from the heart. But when you live in the city, you're right. You have to be careful with what you say, and people are less connected. And if people are less connected, they can become more defensive and more aggressive too. So I think you're right. I think geography plays a big difference in language, how you speak, and what words you should use. That's true. Now we're getting into language philosophy. Yes.
Like in Korea, do you have any standard accents for media? Like Seoul말, for example, in Korea.
Yeah,
it's very used.
Yeah, we call it the standard American. Yeah, we call it the standard American accent. And if you watch the network news, meaning ABC, NBC, CBS, and even CNN and Fox, the anchor almost always has the standard American accent. The reporters, sometimes they'll be from the South or from New York, and you can hear that. But the anchors, it's very important to have that standard American pronunciation.
Sure, which is the standard American, like Seoul, by something like that.
And to what I teach you, when I say, speak it normally, speak it clearly, the pronunciation I teach at that time is the standard American accent. So if you go to my, Coach Shane's ESL channel, where I teach the vowel sounds and things like that, I'm teaching the standard American accent. Margarita says she doesn't like Country Shane's accent, Margarita.
Yes. I hate it because every time I do the podcast dictation, I have so many problems.
Margarita, you are the director of podcast dictation. You need to you need to give Country Shane's section to somebody else.
Yeah, in fact, usually I do that. I'm very clever.
That's right. That's how you take care of those problems.
Exactly. I solved it.
Yes.
Wow, you're a cat.
Yeah, my cat is sitting on the chair.
Cat advisor.
Yeah, cat advisor. My cat is watching me. He's talking about, who are those people? Who are those people? Somebody said meow. Somebody was talking to me.
No.
It's a big cat, not a big brother.
That's right. Big brother is watching? No. Big cat is watching.
Yeah.
George Orwell was almost correct.
Shane.
Yes.
And what was the state are having the general how to say standard for American accent? What kind of state? I know that Los Angeles people speaking with standard accent and
no, actually, Andre, California has a really difficult accent.
Difficult. But
however, many Americans, the key for standard American accent is not that difficult, except for vowels, the vowel sounds. So the short A, the long A-E-I-O-U, short sound, long sound. Then the diphthongs like A-W, the A-W sound, aw. That's the standard pronunciation. Regarding your consonants, everybody speaks the same except for the R's and L's, okay? And the standard American accent, is the R sound, O is the L sound. America does use the light L, O, and the dark L, O, which is the tongue outside, the tongue inside. However, for some students, especially students in Japan and students in Korea, where the L sound is really tough, I simply recommend the L, the light L sound, because for standard American pronunciation, the light L is the perfect L. So vowels, L, R, AW diphthong, those are the keys for standard American pronunciation.
So can I say that there are no any states that people use speaking with standard accent? It's just something hypothetical and virtual accent which used by the radio presenter, TV presenter. It's not exist. It does not exist in ordinary life among people who live in some area in the United States. Am I right?
Yes and no. So I would say yes, it's very difficult to break America into accents. However, there is this map. Just a second.
It's kind of like average temperature in hospital. Average temperature. Nobody has the same temperature, but average is, for example, 66 and 6.
Yeah, there's this site. I'm going to give you this site. This is a researcher who mapped American accents, and it's kind of hard to see, but I think this is called the standard accent. Oh, I can enlarge it. Yeah, this is a huge map. It's very fascinating. If you're interested in pronunciation, very interesting. And the standard American accent, generally, I believe, I have to look at the map again and read it, but I believe it's the pink section. The pink section here, not over here, but just from here to here. This is the standard American accent. And as you can see, it makes sense because all of these parts of America kind of blend into this area. So by looking at this map, you can see there are many, many, many different types of pronunciation all over America. And there is no perfect pronunciation, but there is the standard pronunciation. And that's what the news anchors must use because, of course, their message must be understood everywhere in America, so they have to use that standard pronunciation. So once again, let me give you the address here. Actually, I have to go back a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a really, really, if you're interested in pronunciation, this is a really fascinating site. Very interesting site. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I have to leave at 11:30. Shane, don't block your cat. I'll do what I want to my cat. I'm going to move to DDM 106 because I want to make sure we finish and then take some questions before I have to go. My mom and dad are taking me to the country today, so I'm very excited. I miss the country. I do not like the city. Okay. And once again, I'll take questions after we finish up this section. Now, this is a pretty long section. Elaine and Jerry, I'm going to cut it in the middle so I can give more people more chances to speak. So Elaine and Jerry, the first section, let's do this. We've got Margarita, can you be Elaine? And Andre Boyd, can you be Jerry, please, for the first section?
Okay.
Margarita, go ahead.
I'm sorry. All right. Listen to this. You remember that guy I was telling you about at the health club?
The flyboy?
Yeah.
Hey, where is George? I thought he was with you.
I waited. He didn't show up. Anyway, this guy gave me an open-lip kiss.
Oh, so?
So, we've always just kind of pecked. This one had a totally different dynamic.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, his upper lip landed flush on my upper lip, but his lower lip landed below my ring.
Ah, moisture.
Yeah, definite monster.
That is an open lip kiss, alright?
Yeah. Listen, I think he's giving me a big signal. I mean, maybe he wants to change our relationship.
Great job. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I will stop you. I'm going to stop you right there. Our relationship. Excellent job. Let me go back here. Margarita, get the W here. I waited. He didn't show up.
I waited. He didn't show up.
Excellent. And Margarita, one more. But his lower lip landed well below my rim. Get the emphasis on well. But his lower lip landed well below my rim.
But his lower lip landed well below my rim.
Excellent job. Great job. And Andre? Moisture?
Moisture?
So AH, excuse me, AH, means you understand or you see or you can imagine something, okay?
Yes, yes.
So don't say don't say Always, yeah, that's
moisture?
right. Got it?
Got it, I got it. Yes.
Okay, now this, everybody, is a pattern, and I want to talk about this for a second. The pattern is A is D, all right. And what this means is A is absolutely D, or A is for sure D. So I'll give you some examples here. Shane's an American, all right. Coffee is addictive, all right. Cake is delicious, all right. Now, and I want you to listen carefully to the rhythm here. It's like a melody. Shane's an American, all right. Coffee is addictive, all right. Cake is delicious, all right. So the all right has that monotone, but it's a little bit high. Shane's an American, all right. Coffee is addictive, all right. Cake is delicious, all right. That's an open kiss, all right. So I hope that everybody can hear that. Andre, give it a try.
That's an open lip kiss, all right.
Perfect. Try this one, Andre.
Shane is an American, all right.
Perfect. That's exactly right. So this is a great expression to use. It's the same thing as this. Shane's an American, all right, or Shane's absolutely an American. So in this case, Shane is absolutely an American. Shane is for sure an American. Okay, it's the same thing as this. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
Excellent job. Okay, let me go to the next section here. And this time I would like Minjung to be right here, starting here. Minjung to be Elaine, and Andre Green to be George, and Marek to be Jerry, please.
Yeah, listen.
Oops,
I
yeah.
think he's giving a big signal. I mean, maybe he was...
Minjung. I think we still have the
Yes?
delay. Start with, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, just start with, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's George. Oh, it's George.
Hey. Hey, what happened to you?
Nothing. Little problem.
Well, what was it? I mean, I was waiting.
Can I come upstairs, please?
I mean, maybe he wants to ask me out.
I don't know why you're interested in this guy. He's a jerk.
Because he doesn't pay any attention to me and, he ignores me.
Yes, so?
I respect that. What happened?
Nothing. I said it was a little problem.
Yeah, what was it?
Well, I was in the locker room showering and I had to go, so...
Here we go.
Anyway, I think the guy in the shower opposite saw me. He gave me a dirty look.
You went in a shower?
Yeah, so what? I'm not the only one.
Do you go in the shower?
No, never.
Do you?
I take baths.
Well, what was I supposed to do? Get out of the shower, put on my bathrobe, go all the way down to the other end, come all the way back?
Did you ever hear of holding it in?
Oh no, no, that's very bad for the kidneys.
How do you know?
Medical journals.
Do the medical journals mention anything about standing in a pool of someone else's urine?
Great job, guys. Great job. One of my favorite dialogues. Okay. Minjung, sometimes your intonation was perfect, sometimes it wasn't. Did you see my answers video?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, I thought so because sometimes your intonation was perfect. Now, I do want to go over a couple of sentences, mainly because of intonation, and anybody can answer. Which word do we emphasize?
Was, I think, was.
That's
What
right,
was?
that's right. Good job.
Was?
Well, what was it?
Well, what was it?
That one more, great job, one more time. Well, what was it?
Well, what was it?
One more.
Well, what was it?
There you go. Very good. And in this case, she likes the guy, so I want you to concentrate on this section, but I'm going to start here, and Minjung, just repeat this section. He doesn't pay any attention to me, and he ignores me.
Because he does. Okay. Because he doesn't pay attention to me, and he ignores me.
Okay, that was much better. Now listen again. He doesn't pay any attention to me, and he ignores me.
He doesn't pay any attention to me, and he ignores me.
There you go. So I really wanted to highlight this. She keeps the D sound, and normally we don't if we're speaking quickly. But she's thinking, and that's the message. And that's why she keeps the D. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
And this one, I want your a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother, Andre. He even gave me a dirty look.
He even gave me a dirty look.
Dirty. Get more of a flat T, which is like the D. Dirty look.
Okay. He even gave me a dirty look. Dirty.
Dirty look.
He even gave me a dirty look.
There you go. It sounds much better. This sentence, which word is emphasized?
Cool.
No.
And shower.
No.
Or you.
Yes. Why is you emphasized?
Because they're talking about who is going to in the shower.
Okay, you got the right idea. So far, the conversation has been George, Elaine, and now it switches to Jerry. That's why she emphasizes the you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Minjung, say the sentence again, please.
Do you go in the shower?
There you go. Do you go in the shower?
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 Perfect, perfect. And Minjung, your pronunciation was great, but Elaine said it even faster. And how do we say this really fast? Do you remember?
Shiver?
Perfect, exactly. So the whole sentence, please.
Shiver here about holding it in?
Excellent, excellent job. Now here she has that j, but here the u is much, it's actually kind of a y, but it's clearer. How do you know? Or how do you know? There you go, good job. And Andre, it was perfect, but I missed the laugh. Can you give me the laugh?
George didn't laugh.
What George did this. Medical journals?
Ah, yes, okay. Medical journals?
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Thank you.
And let me go to Marek, because I know Marek works at a hospital, and Marek deals with lots of doctors. Marek, all the doctors receive medical journals every month, right?
I guess they do.
Do you ever notice them reading a medical journal, or do you think they just throw them away?
I don't think many reads them. It's
Exactly.
just propaganda. They usually sell some pills or
Right, selling drugs, right?
drugs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But of course, George reads medical journals.
That's for sure.
That's so stupid. Okay, we're going to go to the last scene here. And this is a long one. And let me have, I think I can get almost everybody. Let me go back to Andre Boyd for Jerry. And
Yes.
Margarita for Meryl. And Andre Green for Marty. And Leo will be Marek. And Min, you are the judge. You have to pick whose pronunciation was the best, okay?
Okay.
All right, go for it, guys.
What it was?
Oh, it'll show up. Sometimes there's a delay.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, hi, honey.
What are you doing here?
I just thought I'd drop off a few things.
Oh. Well, I must have been in the incinerator room where you left. Here you go, Mark.
Another quilt, huh?
Jerry!
Uncle Leo!
Hello!
Hello!
So if you or your wife want to drop by on Wednesday, it should be ready.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife.
What are you talking about?
I got married.
You got married? I wasn't invited. Nobody sends me an invitation?
Well, it was sudden.
Are you ashamed of your uncle? Do I embarrass you?
No, it was a small ceremony.
Haven't I always been a good uncle?
Yes, you have.
Who told you when you went to school that you print well?
You did.
Well, when he was younger, he had a beautiful penmanship. I used to encourage him to print.
I'm a good printer.
I remember your V. It was like a perfect triangle. Oh, there's my boss.
Hello, wait!
Uncle Leo, Uncle!
Excellent job. Another great scene. Uncle Leo. Very, very great. Okay, let me go back to Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Incinerator.
Incinerator. In the incinerator room.
Excellent. The whole sentence, please.
Well, I must have been in the incinerator room.
No, that was terrible. Have you been drinking, Andre? One more time.
Well, I must have been in the incinerator room when you left.
Okay, in the incinerator room.
In the incinerator room.
In the
incinerator room.
Very good. Now you got it. Good job. Good job. And this one, how do you read this?
No.
No.
I got married.
Yeah, and he has to be embarrassed because is he really married?
No, he didn't.
No, but he must lie in this situation because of the dry cleaner, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the dry cleaner's over here and uncle is over here. It's like, I got married.
I got married.
Excellent job. Everything else was great. Marek, you are Uncle Leo.
Thank you.
Minjung, who is the best? Minjung fell asleep. It was so terrible. Minjung, your mic is on mute if you're trying to speak.
Sorry, I kept saying.
Who?
I think Leo.
Leo was the best. Yeah, that's what, yes, Uncle Leo. Jerry! Yeah, I agree. Everybody did a great job. Very good job. Margarita struggled on this sentence, but you got it perfectly. You got it at the end. Yeah, it's tough. I think is it the P and the F? Is that what's tough? What's tough?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great. I'd drop off a few things. Santa Raisin says, uncles are embarrassing and annoying. My uncles are fine. My uncles are cool, not embarrassing. My uncles are entertaining and interesting. Questions, questions. Everybody's mic is on mute, so it sounds like I'm talking to myself.
No, I have a question, Shay.
Yes, sir.
And I mean the word who. Sometimes, probably, some people say oo without H sound. This is not connected with this lesson.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hear it here. But, you know, people who live here sometimes, is it possible to drop H
okay.
sound?
Yes. So, yeah, I see your sentence. So people who live here. People who live here. Absolutely. So this, now remember I give you the 7 H's, but yes, there are more H words that actually can be canceled. The 7 H's are very common, but who in this sentence and your phrase there, absolutely, we could say people who live here with no H, absolutely possible.
Okay. And in the previous lesson, there was a word mandate.
Mandate.
Mandate. And according to your principles, can D be cancelled by N sound?
No. That's a good question. Yeah. The way you should look at the cancellation rules are for very, very common words, what we would call non-context words. Does that make sense? Non-context?
Yes, they're helping words.
Exactly, not the key words. So the key words, usually the difficult words like mandate or the uncommon words, usually those words are pronounced very clearly. But the very common words, the non-context words, the helping words, those often get canceled.
Okay.
There was another example. I can't remember which lesson it was. I think it was 105. Let me pull up 105 for a second. I hope I can find it. Give me a second here. Somebody got a text message. I can't find it. Boy, I wish I could, because there was a great example of okay. Well, no. Anyway, and I've talked about this in the past. So depending on your job or your research, some words are very common for you, but not common for most people. So in that case, you might cancel a T where 80% of the other people would never cancel the T. And the only reason is because you use that word a lot, okay? So that's a possibility too sometimes.
Okay, so in a way, you have to take into account the person you are talking to, okay?
Absolutely. So if you're talking to a computer programmer where they are using computer terminology all the time, their pronunciation for computer terminology will become lazy. And the cancellation rule and the 7 H's and the 7 2's, those are lazy speech rules. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's natural, I think.
I'm sure it's the same in Polish, I'm guessing.
Yes, I think in most languages, maybe in all of them, but English is very special in that case, I think, because well, when at school you learn this language, it seems very stilted, and formal, and then when you encounter this with native speakers, so you're just, oh my God, I wasted all that time.
That's a great point. That's a really good point. There's actually, who's the guy? Miguel. Miguel uploaded a video from Jennifer's ESL. And Jennifer is a great teacher. Her teaching focuses on the beginning English students. And Jennifer, in her video, said, now I will read this at normal speed. And she read it, but like you just said, normal speed in America, considering cancellation, can be horrible, can be really terrible to understand. So what Jennifer did was great. However, it's not real. And that's why DDM, that's why we change subjects. We focus on Seinfeld, but then we change a subject just to give people that variety in normal English. And some people speak very slowly. So for example, in America, we have something called NPR. Have you guys heard of NPR radio?
Yes, yes.
National Public Radio, they speak slowly. And the reason is because most of their listeners are 60, 70, 80 years old. So when you're speaking to somebody who maybe has a little bit difficulties, has some difficulties in hearing, you speak slower and you speak clearer. So NPR is normal English, but it is a little bit slow because of their audience. If you listen to CNN, it's not slow at all. CNN is pretty darn fast. CNN, Fox, very, very fast. Very normal, we could say. So it depends on who you're listening to and who the speaker is speaking to. That's going to change the speed and the pronunciation and the cancellation also.
Shane.
Yeah.
What can you advise? Can you give some advice us how to use this cancellation rule in real conversation? I mean that pretty often when we can speak with somebody, especially with native speakers,
right,
we don't have time to analyze what we should cancel or not should cancel, or should not cancel it. Or I even not sure that there is a too strong and weak sounds together, close to each other in some words. And when I begin analyze it, because of let's put it widely, because of my English is not perfect, I just lose sense of conversation,
yeah,
and lose the thread of conversation, line of conversation, and it's my ability to understand and speak reducing dramatically.
Right,
and,
right. Yeah.
The second point which need to be said is I heard I gave up to use this cancellation rule because I heard many different type way to pronounce, for example, word internet, or another one is maintenance supervisor, for example. I heard maintenance supervisor from native speakers.
Yeah.
From native speakers, and then I decided for myself that I should give up to use this rule intentionally, at least intentionally, just how it happened. That's good without analyzing what I should say.
Bingo. You answered your question. The question is when to use the cancellation rules. And my answer is never. When you're speaking with a native English speaker, do not think about the cancellation rules that I teach you. I always recommend students to the way you learned your language and the way you understand proper pronunciation, use that. Always try to speak as clearly as possible, but also naturally. Don't waste time analyzing. Now, what happens is, for Andre, if every day you're speaking English to me and every day you use the word internet, after 2 or 3 weeks, naturally, you will start saying internet. It's not something you do intentionally. It happens naturally. Now, some people, until they die, will say internet. Some Americans, and that's great. That's perfect. But many people, most people, it's not intentional. It's because it's a very common word, and that cancellation happens naturally. So this is really important as you guys take DDM classes. The pronunciation, cancellation, those rules, the cancellation rules that I teach you is for your listening skill. I do want you to repeat, and I want you to get the feel and the understanding of those sounds. However, when you're speaking, I want you to do your best to speak perfectly with no cancellation. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. And then as you continue to speak, the more people you speak with, the more natural your confidence increases. And as your confidence increases, this pronunciation becomes more natural. Does that make sense, Andre?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that my theory is right.
Perfect. You know, it's interesting because we have another student, Sergey, from Germany, who is really trying hard to master his cancellation when he speaks. And sometimes it's perfect, but sometimes it's awkward. I cannot hear exactly what he's saying. But he's fine. I mean, what he's doing is great. If you want to really master it, go ahead. That's fine. But my recommendation, don't think about it. Don't try to do it. Let it come naturally.
Yes, I think, Shane, you are absolutely correct, because the way you describe this is the way how the language develops.
From children.
Nobody, this is just natural process. These people are not told to do so. The language just developed that way.
That's right.
But as we have a very little time left, Shane, the last questions. Worry or worry? How it should be pronounced?
Okay. The standard pronunciation is worry. I'll write it down. Standard pronunciation is worry, worry. But some people definitely say worry. My grandmother is Irish, and her mother came from Ireland. So my grandmother, you know, has some of that Irish accent from her mother. And my grandmother would always say worry. However, everybody else around her said worry. You should be worried. You should be worried. You should be worried to be wary. You should worry to be wary.
You should worry, yes.
I like it. So, Andre, my answer, worry.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. More questions. Somebody said, show me the cat. I'll show you. I'll show you Cass. Are you sleeping? Too bad. People want to say hi. Margarita wants to say hi. This is Cass. Cass has half a brain.
Wow.
Cass is like Puppy. Are you tired?
Shane, how far is the country we're going to go east?
I don't know exactly, but my mom said about an hour away.
Oh,
So not too far.
not too far, but who will drive the car? The car.
My old man.
Because of this you can allow yourself a little beer, some beer.
Yeah, I think I'll probably fall asleep in the car.
Shane, it's a desert. What do you mean by country over there?
I mean, no neighbors, no houses.
Oh, just empty space. That's
Yeah.
what you mean.
I'm gonna take my video camera, so if there's something interesting to shoot, I'll shoot a video.
Like what? Lizards, some lizards, or what you can see there?
I don't know. I'll have to see. My mother is getting a new cat, and so we're going to visit the mother of the cat. So I don't know what to expect, but if it really is the country, I'll take some video of something. I don't know.
Mm.
How old are they?
Well, my mother's getting a kitten, so she won't.
I mean, your mother and your father?
Oh, old, ancient. My dad is 72.
72.
72. He's
Yeah.
only.
My mom is
Yeah,
younger.
not that bad.
My mom is 65, I think.
They're not that old at all.
Nah, no, they're fine. Dad's still driving. Makes me nervous.
How some woman says that they are 30 years old, 30 years and many months old.
I like that. My mother is 30 years old and many months. Well, thank you very much, you guys, for joining me on Sunday today. And I hope that the rest of your day is great, and I hope that next week is fantastic for you.
Have a great trip to the countryside.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you
Thank you,
next
Marek.
time.
Take care. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Marek, Marika, Margarita, Ninjong, Santa. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.